hey, things are starting to change out there. Fish are starting to bite the fun stuff. You're starting to see them spit up big herring, seeing more and more schooling activity on some days. Days are getting a little bit shorter, fall's getting closer and closer by the day. I'm gonna give you all a couple of the techniques, the fun techniques that you can start to throw this time of year. Of course, everybody knows that on Lanier, topwater is a staple in the fall. Hey, doesn't really matter which bait you throw. I'm gonna give you all a couple different favorites of mine. This is just an IMA skimmer. It works really well when when it's not really rough out there, when it's kind of fairly calm, just a little light breeze. They make a little stick too that's really good. Evergreen makes an awesome topwater too. Right now it's really popular. You can throw a super spook. Main thing is just being around the fish, making an accurate cast on them. Chromes and shinier baits are gonna typically work better when it's sunny. I like to throw the herring painted baits, the whites, the bones, more when it's cloudy and partly cloudy. That's just a good kind of general rule of thumb there. Now, if fish are higher in the water column, but they're not quite eating on the surface, maybe you have a really windy day, jerk baits always going to be a key, and it gets better and better as the days get cooler. You get more of those windy, kind of fronts moving through. So when the fish are a little bit deeper, suspended, Megabass +1, always a go-to. I throw the regular Vision 110 when the fish are higher in the water column. Even reach for the Magnum sometimes when fish are biting. It's a good bait because it's heavy. Make a long cast with it. One thing that's really important when you're fishing your Megabass, now granted, they are an expensive bait, but they're deadly effective for catching fish when they're on a jerkbait bite. I would argue it's the best jerkbait on the market. But the most important thing about that is when you get these baits, you want to change the hooks out on. I'm typically throwing it on 12 or 15 pound fluorocarbon. Those little light hooks that come with it, they're not sufficient for what you're trying to do when you're fighting spots, stripers. Occasionally even you might even get doubles on these baits. So upgrade your hooks. The fish are biting really well. I'll switch to a Gamakatsu EWG. If they're just kind of swatting at the bait, I'll just use a regular Gamakatsu number 6 round bend. That's on the Vision 110. On the Magnum, I'll just use a number 4 in size. Upgrading those hooks is key. Same thing on your topwater baits too, guys. I fish my topwaters on braid, straight braid, all the time. So you're gonna wanna upgrade those hooks. Use a little bit stouter hook so that it doesn't bend them out. Now, one last thing that's gonna work really good for you when the fish are eating herring in the fall is a spoon. Probably heard a lot about it. This is a nickel spoon right here. A lot of different colors out there on the market. Just the shattered glass works good, straight chrome. They make a lot of good painted, ones that have green and blues on the back. Really effective too. This is just a 3/4 ounce in size. If it's really windy, rough day, a lot of boat traffic or something like that, I may upsize to the heavier version, make a longer cast out there in the wind. Using this on a yo-yo, a snap, retrieve. Always using this on 20-pound test, guys, really important. You don't want to throw this big heavy spoon on lighter line. You'll get too much stretch in it when you go to make your cast. And also too, you hook up with some really big fish, big stripers, may even foul hook some fish sometimes if fish are swatting at this spoon. So having your gear beefed up a little bit is gonna help you put more fish in the boat. Using it on a high-speed reel as well, I can pick up more line quick. Some of the ones to reach for. Now sure, they bite swim baits, and hey, on the tough days, a drop shot or a spy bait, a little tiny swim bait, they're still gonna be really good. But if you're seeing that the fish are really biting, you're seeing them spitting up big herring, these are some of my go-tos, and I was able to use some of these this past weekend in a recent tournament to have a good finish too. So make sure that you check all this stuff out. If you're going out on Lanier or anywhere in the southeast this fall where the fish are biting herring, you can find all this stuff on hammondsfishing.com. They got you covered from top to bottom there. So get out and enjoy some of the fall fishing. Best of luck to you guys, and get out there and enjoy it. Some of the best days of the whole year are going to be in October and November. So good luck out there.